Yo, what is going on YouTube? So today's video we're gonna be talking about the longsword, and more precisely we're gonna be talking about my longsword. So for my build, I am rocking the gore magala set bonus alongside with attack boost, crit element, constitution, agitator, evade window, maximum might, antivirus, quick sheath, heroic, counter strike, power breaker, and flinch free. Now the only really ones I focus on for my longsword, I really focus on raw damage and crit damage because that's how I've played longsword in fucking Monster Hunter World and Monster Hunter Rise. I've always played that. Just high DPS, raw DPS, or raw damage, crit damage is how I play it. That is going to be the highest DPS you can do. So for my build, again, this isn't complete. This is not a complete build. This is not a complete build. Because I don't have the right jewels. I don't have the right decos. But to start with, let me talk about a bit about myself. I've said this already, but I played Monster Hunter World. I beat base game. I beat Iceborne. I beat the end game bosses or monsters. Fatalis, Alterion. I beat Rise's base game. I beat Rise's DLC Sunbreak. I did the Frenzy, Corios, grinding. I've done all that. So I have my couple hundred hours of Monster Hunter. So, you know, I kind of know what I'm doing. At the same time, I could be taught this, I could be taught that. I'm not avoiding criticism. So if you guys have criticism or like just stuff like pointers or advice, free for to let me know. I don't consider myself a vet. Never will. I am an enjoyer. I'm not a vet because I don't know all the ins and outs. I can definitely be taught more. I can definitely be better. So again, if you guys have anything to say in the comments, let me know. But other than that, let's get to it. So for my longsword, I'm using the Gore Magala's longsword, which gives us max crit element. Now this kind of just comes with it. Like I didn't aim for the crit element. It was either this one or the arkveld, and I don't want focus 3. I do, however, I do like arkveld's raw DPS. However, I don't like the affinity, right? Because 0% affinity, it's way better than -% affinity, right? But the feel of 50% or 20% affinity I get on Gore Magala is just beating the feel of Righteous Lancelot or arkvelds. But I think for a higher DPS or higher damage play, I think arkveld might be the way. Unless like you just fucking have a dope ass lucky ass decos and you know you do that. But you know, so you can definitely put a crit eye on this. I chose not to put crit eye because I thought that I like to think that the higher the raw damage you have, the higher the crit damage of your attack will be, because you know the critical damage will go off of your raw damage. So if you have a high raw damage, you're gonna even have an even higher crit damage. Whereas if you have a low high raw damage, then you're gonna have a sub high crit damage. You know, so that's my thinking of that. So that's why I have attack jewel here, which this is gonna give us 3 attack boosts. And this has the base affinity of 20. We'll get to why I'm talking about affinity later. But then for my helmet, I have Fulgur Anjanath's helmet, or Guardian Fulgur Anjanath's helmet. I have the B version because it gives 2 agitator and it gives 1 level 2 slot. This is gonna give me 2 agitator. If I had agitator gems, I would use agitator gems. I don't have agitator gems though, so unfortunately, I only have agitator 3. If you're new and you don't know what any of these skills do, I'll explain it later. But for my chest piece, I'm using Mighty Jewel. Same thing for my arm. I'm using Mighty and Heroics, and then Maximum Might and Heroics. And then for my waist, I'm using again Maximum Might and I'm using Quick Sheath. For my legs, I'm using Pipe Breaker and 2 Quick Sheath. So that does go and give me attack boost 3. That gives me agitator 3, maximum might, maximum might. Max Quick Sheath, 1 Heroics, and 1 Part Breaker. Oh, and 1 Counter Strike. But counter because of the helmet here. But for antivirus, that comes with the gore magala set, or the gore magala's chest, waist, and legs. Antivirus is important, and I'll explain that later. But I'm gonna explain my skills. So attack boost. What attack boost does is it boosts up your attacks. So if we go to skill info and we go to attack boost, it increases the attack at level 3. It gives me 7 attack. So without the attack boost, I'd probably have like 709. Critical element increases the elemental damage when landing critical hits. Elemental damage of fire, water, thunder, ice, or dragon. I have a dragon element, so when I land critical hits, I do a bit more dragon elemental damage. Of course, I didn't aim for this because I'm not building element. It's just a bonus. It's just a plus. Because I'd rather take critical element over focus 3. Simple as that. And constitution, it just comes with the piece as you see here. It comes with the arm piece and the waist piece. Agitator, I have 2 on my helmet and 1 as my talisman. Agitator is a must-have in my opinion for almost all weapon builds. Cause when the monster gets angry and they do their roar that stun locks you, unless you're a goat and you counter it, then you gain attack and affinity. So this is basically attack boost and critical eye in one. For level 3, I'm getting 12 attack and 7% affinity. So in total right now, let's say like all my skills proc, I have 27% affinity. And I really don't want to do the math, but I have 728 attack. And at level 5, you obviously get more. That's what you want to aim for. But since we're at level 3, I'm just gonna leave it there. Evade window, just comes with it. Like I said again, evade window increases invulnerability window. It's kind of just here. I wouldn't go for it because I don't go for evasion. Again, I go for all raw damage and crit damage. So I wouldn't go and get evade window. If I have the room, I would probably get it if like I got everything I wanted, but just to have it. And then I have maximum might at level 3, which gives me 30% affinity while active. While active meaning increased affinity if stamina is kept full for a period of time. So if I have max stamina for like maybe 5 seconds, I gain 30% affinity. So that is already 57 affinity. Now with antivirus, once infected, makes it easier to overcome the frenzy and increases affinity if cured. So basically, if I'm infected with the frenzy, if I'm cured, if I'm infected with the frenzy, it makes it easier for me to overcome it or get cured. And once I'm cured, I gain increased affinity percentage. So at level 3, I gain 15% affinity. So that's 30, which is gonna be that's 30%, which is gonna be 50. This is 15, which is gonna be 65. And this is 7, which is going to be 73. So that is 73% affinity already. And before I even fight the monster, I'm already at 50%. 50% is huge. Quick sheath is going to be maxed. You need this for longsword. It's kind of like a must-have. It just makes your sheathing more quick. So that when you go into your EI stance, it's kind of just like an instant. It's faster than Worlds but slower than Rise. If you play those two, then you would know. Worlds is basically non-existent. Rise was so fast, it felt so nice. But Wild is kind of like a bit slower, but faster than Worlds, so it's kind of in between, so it's nice. Heroics is, in my opinion, the best attack skill there is, but it comes with the cost. You have to be really good. Because it says that increase attack power in defense when health drops to 35% or lower. So basically, when you're one shot, you are super strong. But again, you're one shot. So unless you can, dodge everything and shit, then you're doing damage. If you get hit once, you're dead. Counter Strike, I just have this because it gets attack. It gets 10 attack. So temporarily increase attack power after being knocked back. I am not the greatest, so I always get hit and I always get knocked back. So Counter Strike does activate frequently. Part Breaker, again, is just here because like it increases my part damage and I can break parts easier, so I got it. Flinch Free just came with it. Now the gore magala set, you want to have a 4-piece instead of a 2-piece. So what the 1-piece or what the 2-piece does is it infects you with a frenzy when against large monsters. So this activates antivirus, right? However, if you have the 4-piece, you get Black Eclipse 2, which means that when the frenzy activates, you gain attack. Your attack goes up, and then when you're cured, your attack power goes up again, or it stays up. So not only does the gore magala set or the 4-piece give you affinity when cured, it also gives you attack when infected and cured. So that's basically giving you attack, crit, and attack. And then these skills here, attack, crit for element, attack and crit, crit, and crit, and attack. So again, like I said, I really focus on raw damage or raw damage and critical damage, which is what this build is. And again, like I said, this build isn't finished because I don't have the decos for it. However, if I did have the decos, what I would focus first is agitator. Once I max out agitator, which should be free, I just have to remove I'd probably like get a level 2 agitator here, level 2 agitator here, and that's probably enough for because level 2 will probably give me 2, right? So that's 2, and this is 1, so I actually don't even need that. So I just need this 1 level 2 and that, and we're fine. Now for attack boost, I just need a level 2 attack boost and I should be good. So attack boost and agitator will be fucking maxed out pretty easily. Next I would go for critical eye, and that would bump up my damage even more so. But in base game, and since the game just released a couple days or like last week, we aren't gonna have much deco slots on our armor pieces, and we're not gonna have much like high tier or high level decos to get us a lot of a lot of skills. So we gotta make do with what we got, you know what I mean? And this is my build for now, and you know, I'll update y'all again when I change it or when I upgrade it. But nonetheless, that is my Longsword build, and you know, use it, copy it, use that inspiration, use it and change it, use it and make it better. All up to you. Don't use that at all, you know. It's all up to you, right? But yeah, that's pretty much my build, and I'm probably gonna roll clips of me showcasing the build. A tempered Jugu. as you see on the top left, I'm currently affected with frenzy. So once I get cured of that, I should be getting more frenzy. Oh, well, fuck. This is a regular though, dude. Well, you saw me at 57. The 7% was from Agitator. The 50 was obviously from 75% Affinity, as you see right there. 809 attack. So we go up a lot of Affinity and, you know, stuff like that. So, you know, before we fight at all, I'm always going to be sitting at 50% Affinity, which is going to it's fucking amazing. So, so yeah. And... Am I already almost 100 rank fucking 50? I just promoted. Holy shit. That was free. But yeah, so that's gonna be the showcase of my build. That's pretty much my build. I don't think I have anything else to talk about. But yeah, nonetheless, if you guys like my build, feel free to, you know, take it for yourselves. You know, adjust it to how you want. Make it better. Upgrade it. You know, trade some shit out. Doesn't matter. It's your gameplay. Making this build so that you guys can take inspiration from this, copy this, do whatever you want with it. But yeah, this is my build. If you guys want alternatives, I do have some. You could just do the same shit right here, right? But instead of having this, instead of having it as like the attack boost, you change these three to crit eye. And then for this one, you just use the arkveld, right? The arkveld one, and change these to crit. Or this one would be the arkveld one, except the same jewels. Same everything, except this is the arkveld weapon. That's all up to you though, but nonetheless, this is my build. My actual main build that I'm going to be using for until title updates, stuff and that. But yeah, nonetheless, that's it. Hope you enjoy, and thanks for watching. Feel free to check me out on Twitch. I do stream there. My Monster Hunter content will mainly come from the live stream. This, however, is being recorded off live. I mean, or offline, but